All right, here we have a can of Pilsner Urquell. We recently did a re-review, and what we realized in the review was that one of the detractors of the beer was that we felt it had a really thick, sort of heavy, oily body to it out of a can. And so here's this Amazon beer foamer that we used in our episode trying to strap this baby to a can of already nitrogenated Guinness draft. That worked out pretty great, and we tried it with the Pilsner Urquell too, and it did a fantastic job. Just wanted to show everybody what it looks like when you do a slow pour with this beer foamer from Amazon. I'm sure you could use any beer foamer that you would like, that you have access to, and it might do something similar, but we're using this little gadget from Amazon. Here's what the original regular pour of a Pilsner Urquell looks like. So you can see standard canned Pilsner pour from the looks of it. And let's see what a slow pour looks like. So with the slow pour, look at that, looks like a glass of milk. With the slow pour, the goal is to fill the glass with foam, let it settle, and then keep filling it with more and more foam until you have a fully settled beer, and then you can top it off with a little more foam at the end. This slow pour method does take a long time. As you can see, this is probably after 2-3 minutes of still letting it settle there. So I'll top it off again with some foam. You could do the recommended pour with this particular device, which is you pour out 3/4 of the beer just regularly, and then you turn on the foamer to add a foam top. But the idea of the slow pour is that it gives a much lighter body to the beer, and you get a nice sort of thicker, more flavorful foam on it. And you can see just how thick the foam gets, and it's almost layered like tree bark. There's one thick layer of foam, another slightly thinner layer of foam, and it gets thinner and thinner as it goes to the top, but you're building up that thick layer, that thick head that's gonna stay on the beer for pretty much the entire time you drink it. And so once it's settled to a point where you're happy with it, I got a little bit left in the can, do a foam top off, almost like topping off an ice cream cone. Alessandro and I made a video of this, testing it out, and it actually got lost because one of our audio files was just corrupted, unusable. It is fantastic. And the benefit of doing this with Urquell especially, that thicker, oily body that I talked about at the beginning, look at that. It thins it out. I think it's a close reproduction of what this beer is like on the side pull taps, the traditional Czech taps. I think you get the truer experience of the beer. It's a lot lighter, and a lot of that excess bitterness that's in the beer normally kind of escapes into the foam. And the beer itself gets a little bit more malty too. It's really nice. And there you have it. Give it a try.